What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Hard Facts, back like Craig Mack, kicking that brand new flavor in your ear. As always, I appreciate y'all tuning in. And as always, if you stumbled upon this video in your YouTube adventures, please subscribe to the channel. In this episode, we're going to look at friendships between men and women and how that structure exists in reality between men and women. Is that a real thing? And then we're going to look at it in reference to relationships where all women practice the friend zone thing, and that is something that is not a man thing. That's not a male thing. That's something that women do. Women practice it. They put people in friend zones all the time. Let's go ahead and look at some other people's ideas on the friend zone and friendship between men and women, and then I'm gonna get my input on it. So let's go ahead and get into it.
I have enough experience to know that if I don't want to be in the friend zone, you're not putting me in the friend zone.
Correct.
You're gonna have it in your mind that I'm in your friend zone.
But you don't give a You're like,
no, you're gonna have it in your mind that I'm in your friend zone. But when you call me and you hit me up and you're like, get that shock in your life, like, oh, damn, this is not in my friend zone. Then you're gonna realize I'm not that dude. Because I'm gonna tell you what it is. It's like, I think that women have this idea about a relationship that they want, right? And most of the relationships that they want exist in their friend zone. But subconsciously, because that guy's already there, you are already unattracted to him.
That's
not because, let me make my point.
Okay.
He ended up there before because you're not giving him a chance to say, well, you know what? Let me have a conversation with this person. And I'm going to tell you this is through experience. I married my ex-wife. When I first met her, I was like, man, this person is I'm not really vibing with her. She had a lot of great qualities. And that was enough for me to say, you know what, let me find out who this person is a little bit more. And now I have a beautiful son with her. So I don't regret making that decision. But I think that in reverse, women don't do that. And we lack more patience now.
Some women, right?
No,
I can't put you in the friend zone unless
I think that society now doesn't have the patience for it.
No, you got to say some, because I'm not in that category, right? If somebody's in my friend zone.
How many do you got in your friend zone?
We've hung out, all of them, sweetie.
How many do you got in your friend zone?
All of them.
All of them are in your friend zone. So what are you talking about?
Well, what I'm saying is we're friends because I don't want to go to the next level with you. I'm not attracted to you.
Now, she spilled the beans and she said it all right there. And this is a point and a fact that men tell women all the time in this conversation. The same thing she just said. We say to women, these dudes end up your friends because when y'all first started communication, and 10 times out of 10 it's going to start not because y'all talking about the weather or sports or small talk. It's going to start because you're attracted to him and he's going to approach you in that manner, and then you don't share the same sentiments. So if the communication continues to happen, you just friends on it. And that's how the communication continues. It continues in that friend zone. And he knows that because, and the woman knows that too, because the guy has at some point more than likely clearly made advances at you. He clearly flirted with you, asked you out, commented on your beauty, so on and so forth, gave hints in several different ways that he's attracted to you sexually, and you turned it down. But the communication kept happening and kept coming from him towards you, so you friend zoned him, and he accepted that. He accepted being in the friend zone. And she just said it. She just said it when she said, I made you a friend because your first attempts at what you wanted was not what I wanted. So, and that's what she said. And we'll listen to it again, but that's what she said.
So what are you talking about?
Well, no, what I'm saying is we're friends because I don't want to go to the next level with you. I'm not attracted to you. There's different factors.
Like
I want
now,
something
hold on.
more.
I asked her how many are in her friend zone. She says all of them.
But all of them could be two people.
Right.
So that was going to be my next question.
All of them could be one person.
See,
It could be nobody.
Your assumption was that all her guys.
She said it.
His assumption was that I had a lot of guys. Who said that?
I never said that. That was not my assumption.
Okay, so two.
I asked you about your friend zone. If I wanted to ask you how many dudes you had, guess what? I would have asked you how many dudes you got.
I don't have any.
You understand?
I'm very single.
I have guy friends.
I have girlfriends.
I have guy friends. I have 3 really good guy friends that have
I've
been
been
my
women
friends for the last 20 years.
She got guy friends, huh? Let's continue to listen.
One's married, one's
and that's
engaged,
a good thing.
engaged.
I think that's a beautiful thing.
And I said that earlier. I feel like sometimes men and women need that platonic friendship so that they get intel.
Women, let me tell you something. Sorry to interrupt you. My problem is I've never had a male friend who didn't wanna fuck me. Right?
This is what we say to our girlfriends and wives all the time about men that's coming around them and end up being their friends or interacting with them on that friendship shit. We know what it is. And the woman sitting on the right side of the panel, where she's saying she has male friends, she has 3 good male friends, they're married. Okay, well that's one reason y'all not together. But y'all could eventually end up fucking around, whether it's an affair or whether somebody gets divorced and y'all fuck around after that. So y'all could end up fucking around, doing parts of the fact that I'm quite sure they really became friends because those men were attracted to her, and that initiated the conversation and communication between them. And then where the men are married, maybe them motherfuckers, maybe the men were trying to have an affair with her and she shot it down because they married. Who's to say that she not attracted to them? But we know for sure that they're in a friend zone because they married. But that ain't stopping nobody. So then let's say that that's a reason. Then another reason is she not attracted to him, right? So those are 2 reasons to friend zone them. Still don't mean that she didn't initially meet those guys and the interaction didn't initially happen because of attraction. So yeah, she could have been, them guys could have been attracted to her and was hoping to have an affair with basically an affair is fucking. They were attracted to her with the intention of fucking. And she turned that down and they eventually became friends. So the woman on the left is the one who is telling the truth about shit. She telling the truth. She not trying to paint a picture of, oh, I got male friends that are legitimately male friends. And when women do that, where they paint the picture, reason being that the woman is painting a picture because it's easy to paint a picture. It's easy to paint a picture to fit your narrative as opposed to accepting someone else telling you the reality of the situation. Like, hey, you ain't got no women don't have male friends. That's not a thing for real. That's not even something that happens a huge percentage of the time as far as the interactions between the genders. Instead of accepting that reality that somebody's telling you, the easiest thing to do is to paint a picture, to beat around the bush and work your way around every narrative that's telling you these niggas want to fuck. These niggas ain't trying to go to the ball game with you or go to do some female shit with you at some fashion show and hang out with you that way, or trying to come help move your furniture as a friend, or go to a car show, do some male shit like go to a car. They not trying to be a friend and interchange those activities, the male and female activities, and exchange those with you and hang out. They not trying to do that. So women will paint the picture like I feel the woman on the right is doing. They will paint the picture and dance around everything that's telling them to just accept the reality that these niggas want to fuck. They dance around all of that to paint the picture that, no, these guys are legitimately my male friends.
Maybe we got cool and now we're friends because I don't want to fuck you, so I didn't. But that's why we're friends. I've never had a platonic male friendship that didn't start with you trying to have something more, right? So that's problematic to me because it's like, damn, like I have male friends, but they're all gay. Right? Not that that means anything, but to me, I don't have a heterosexual male friend that I can just rely on, that I can just be like, yo, give me this advice, that I can just
and this is the case the majority of the time. Between men and women in friendship.
That's problematic.
Wait. Earlier.
But let me ask.
Wait.
What kind of vibe are you putting off that you don't have any male heterosexual friends?
Because I could be. Let me explain something to you.
Like
earlier you said, if I give you the option, because of course there's got to be some type of attraction.
The dude in the background shouting out about, you know, what energy she putting out where she don't have the heterosexual relationships. He's trying to go with the narrative that men and women can be friends and something wrong with her. But he's one of them dudes I spoke about in the beginning who's going along with the concept of men and women can be friends because that's the shit that y'all women keep spitting and keep pushing. So he's one of them kind of guys who trying to be, or would like to think of himself as being open-minded about shit. He's a new age thinking kind of guy, and so on and so forth. So he goes to make the statement as to basically what's wrong with her. What's the issue where she's attracting non-heterosexual guys as friends, or can attract heterosexual guys as friends, when his simple ass just need to accept the reality that men and women do not establish communication on a long-term level where there's continued communication and consistent communication. Men and women don't establish that if there's not the idea of intimacy involved. Because honestly, women don't want to establish that with men either. Women don't just want to establish communication, consistent communication with just some dude who is nice, where there's no attraction there, but this guy's nice. She sees him as nice for a reason. She sees him as nice because eventually she's going to be able to use that as a resource. So there's a reason that a woman will accept consistent communication from a guy that she's not attracted to, because it turns out that he's nice, and this consistent communication is something that agrees with her and she agrees with it, because she can get something out of it. A man, on the other hand, would be hoping to get sex out of it if he is attracted to that lady, or even if he ain't, because getting some head from somebody and being able to skeet somebody's mouth, even if they're not attractive, shit, that beats a blank. Definitely beats a blank. So, if there's ejaculation involved with that communication for that man from that woman, shit, that's his benefit. If there's a nice guy involved in that communication between that man and that woman, that's to the woman's benefit. But as far as consistent long-term communication without anything being involved except communication, which is what a man would do with a man and a woman would do with a woman, man, women ain't even trying to establish that because it's of no interest.
Hey, can I get your number? Hey, I'm not interested in dating anybody. No. Let's just become friends. Like, whatever. You said, if in your dating or whatever, talking to a person, like, listen, I'm not really feeling you. If you don't want to be my friend, fine. There's a door. If you want to be my friend, stay. And a lot of times they walk away. you know, and
right, and I've had experiences with both. Some,
right.
you know, they just or like, yeah, they decide to be my friend, and we do become friends, right? And they respect the boundary that I've placed, because that's the only way you can continue to be my friend.
The boundary,
right? Like, if you don't respect the boundary, then you know this was cool while it lasted, and I'm good.
Nigga,
but
she
then
ain't
they'll
attracted
respect
to
the
you.
boundary.
You ain't
But
get
my
no
thing
cheeks.
is, initially, how it started like that,
Yeah.
and I had to be the one to be like, nah, I'm good. Like, I don't, you know what I'm saying?
So that way they don't feel let
So
on.
the platonic male friendships that I have personally are gay men.
But I understand. Look, I have women that I'm very close to that are just my friend.
Okay.
So I understand your dilemma. I guess I would have to say, you know.
I mean,
So that's to me. I can't relate to it because again, I have women that I can, hey, let's go chill, and it's not a problem. You know, I don't want to have anything sexual with them.
That's cap.
I don't even want to be attached to them romantically.
right, and that's my thing. Like, at the end of the day, and I hate to say, okay, they're all, you know, my male friends, they're all gay.
The reason I'm gonna say that's cap what the brother said is because I couldn't imagine. He has these relationships with these women. Where did those relationships come from, bro? Where did they come from? How were they established? He not telling the whole truth. He telling half truths. Kind of like, well, exactly like the women who want to paint the picture that these opposite sex friendships can happen. How did he establish these friendships? Bro, in my opinion, I'm quite confident that my opinion is correct, that he was attracted to these women. And the shit couldn't work out to his benefit so that he could benefit from his attraction. It didn't work out. It didn't work out to his benefit. But he was attracted to these women. Or benefiting from establishing that communication in some way. Because again, men and women don't establish communication just for the sake of communication and keep some consistent shit going with a motherfucker that you didn't know from the man on the moon, but you met at some point in your life, in your adult life. And when y'all first met, it was for no other reason than to establish communication. Now, y'all crossed paths and started talking for some other reason. Other than just pure attempts at communicating with this person, and oh, this person is interesting, and let's keep the communication going, and so on and so forth. And even if you do strike up a conversation with somebody like that out in public, 10 times out of 10 you don't keep reaching out. You don't keep that communication going by reaching out to them often, or even every so once in a while, because as adults we all busy, and we all got different things in our lives that we are interested in that is pulling us in different directions from some random motherfucker that we just met. Had a good conversation, but I mean, if you're a social person, you're gonna get decent conversation from most people that y'all do the small talk thing out in public, because you're sociable and you can run into sociable people and have these decent small talk conversations. You see this shit happen all the time. But we all grown, we all got shit that's going on that's pulling us in different directions, and then the majority of us got fucking things about us that personality wise that put us at odds with just establishing real strong friendships with other personalities. Y'all, I mean, people gotta click even in their personalities before they just establish these long-term relationships of communication. So that's my long-winded response to I think the brother's cap, but
right, like,
Okay.
and that's fine. Like, it is what it is. But what I'm saying is, like, heterosexual.
So
Like,
can I ask you a question? Do you feel like that's one of the things that are actually missing in your life right now? That particular thing?
That energy.
I
That
wouldn't
kind of,
say
exactly, that energy.
It's harder though now for her or me at our age to find men that want to platonically be friends.
I
We
mean,
don't got time for
and
that.
let me correct
We
this.
don't
Like
got
my
time for
my
What-
male friends.
How old are the men you guys are?
Here's my thing.
Well, I'm
that has a lot to do with it too,
Well, I'm
because
saying I'm
maturity. It seems like to me that the people that you're talking about lack maturity. The men
Well, here's what
that
I
you're
wanna
talking
say.
about
For
like
me
that.
as a 37-year-old
No, they just don't
Okay.
want to be my friend.
For
They
me,
want
I
I
something
agree.
more.
That'd be
I don't want
one of the
For me
only
as a
ways it happen.
37-year-old
But
woman,
maturity
I'm not
comes
trying
with
to be friends.
age.
I'm
So
good with the guy friends that I
Gotcha.
got. I'm not
maybe
trying-
that's why
like,
this
if a guy
brother
were to
is
approach me and be like,
claiming
"We can be
female
friends,"
friends
like,
now
like,
because he is an
you
older
approached me
gentleman.
because you were interested in me. I don't got time.
These
to
ain't
do
no
this.
relationships
Let's
from
be
his
friends, and
20s.
then you spaz out on me, 'cause
So
I've
what
been
if
in
you
that
approached
role.
him?
I'm not gonna approach a guy and be like, "Can we be friends?"
No, you didn't. Obviously, you didn't approach him
If a guy
initially
says, "Let's
that
be
way.
friends," if a guy tells me, "Let's be friends,"
No, let's
I
say
don't
you
got
were.
time to be
I'm gonna play
friends.
devil's
No, I
advocate.
mean,
Let's say you
listen,
were dating a
let-
guy.
hold on, let me
hold
just
on.
correct
Let's say you were dating a guy, and romantically it wasn't going anywhere, but you realize that you're vibing with this dude. Would you just be like, "Hey, you know what? At 37, or would you allow that to become
That's a
something
very
different?"
hard scenario.
I don't think I'm
so.
old enough to make new friends. I'll
Yeah,
make new
I-
friends until I'm in the
Okay,
grave,
that's cool.
right?
I
Like,
get it.
you know, you
And I
have the
understand the age
discernment
thing.
to make new friends. I don't think I'm too old to ever make a new friend, right? But and let me correct myself. Like, just because they're gay men doesn't mean that they're not men, right? They're men, right? I still have that masculine opinion, but what I'm saying is, like, in terms of heterosexual men, like, no, nothing's ever been just platonic. It's always been like, you tried to holla and it didn't work, or I said no, I'm good, and then eventually we just became good friends.
Yeah.
Right? But like,
Well, honestly, I always joke around. When I get married, I'm gonna have not a bridesmaids. I'm gonna have like
That's
they're gonna
good.
be
That's
the
nice,
three guys.
though.
They've helped me.
right? But they
She's
provide
not
insight,
married,
and
but
they
yet
that
she
that
has
your girlfriends
married
can never.
male
helped me
friends.
get through
All her
Gotta
male
speak to a
friends, she
man.
said, are married.
Yep.
And
Huh?
Yeah, but
No,
she said that.
I was saying
There
what
was
I was
something
saying
there,
was like my
an
close
attraction
male friends
before
are all
she
gay.
became
Not that that's
real
like
friends
a big
with
deal.
them.
But what?
Friends ever try to push up on each other?
Huh?
Have any of your gay male friends ever tried to push up on you sexually?
yes, I
It's
can
gay
tell.
shit.
Yes.
It's like squeeze my ass. Oh my god, you look good. Hey girl, and it's like, all right, whatever.
No, some gay
Like
men
I
have
treat them like
tried.
my girlfriends. Like, all right,
Some
you know?
gay men are like no longer gay after a couple.
They asked me to have a baby
Oh,
for
yeah.
them.
Really?
I
Yeah,
respectfully
I wouldn't
decline.
But yo, them women said it all in that video, where what they were saying was giving a lot of insight into the part of this topic where men and women's friendships, that's strictly friendships, it's not genuine, it's not platonic. It was so much there that was said that you could read into, that you could conclude, okay, none of the concepts that they talking about equates to platonic men and women relationships. Everything they talking about equates to friend zone. Friend zone is not friendships. Genuine, platonic. Those aren't friendships. Those are friend zones. You put that guy who was interested in you beyond a friend, you put him in a friend zone because some way, somehow, it didn't work for you. It didn't work for you or him for that to go to the level of intimacy that he would have preferred. And where both of those women are attractive, and so where both of those women are attractive, and there is the reality that majority of men will be attracted to them, and in their interactions with men, there's going to be that attraction, whether a man lets it be known or not, where they're communicating with these guys who became friends or in that friend zone. Those guys let that attraction be known at some point, through some way. He let it be known. Even if he the type of guy who is nervous to shoot a shot or scared to shoot a shot, don't know what to say, he said something or committed some action in a roundabout way that let her know that he would sleep with her if the opportunity presented itself. That's one kind of guy. Then you have the other kind of guys who are letting her know, like, look, I want to be intimate with you. I want to sleep with you. I'm entertaining you to the level of intimacy, not friendship. So everything that was said in that video, you could take from it that the men in their lives that are friends in that friend zone, they let it be known to some degree that should the chance present itself, they would stick some dick in either one of those women. And pretty much that concludes that's what the men is there for. That's what they're there for. That's what they're around for. Because if the opportunity presents itself, they will definitely take advantage of the situation to be able to stick some dick in a beautiful, good-looking woman. And that's how that relationship started. You could sit 1 million women down on a panel, just like that interview panel. You could sit every woman in the world. There's 8 billion people on the planet. Let's say half of them women. You could sit 4 billion people, 4 billion women down on that panel and have this conversation. And everything they say is going to come out the same way that it did for these women. Where so much that they said, what you going to take from it is, oh yeah, none of what you said describes anything platonic. None of what you said is going to lead me to believe that any of those interactions, relationships, and consistent long-term communication just happened genuinely with the intention of being completely platonic and genuine. So, men and women being friends and women being married and in relationships, telling her spouse or her boyfriend that, you know, it's possible for men and women to be friends. And look, fellas that's watching this, that's all bullshit. It has nothing to do with you being insecure, because in that situation, you don't have to be insecure about it. When you're having that conversation with your woman and y'all on that topic, so on and so forth, it ain't got to have nothing to do with insecurity, because you ain't got to be insecure about it. You talking to your woman, let her know what the deal is, what the situation is, what reality is as you understand it, and furthermore, and better yet, as the universe has set in stone, the reality that the universe has set in stone, for you to sit there and communicate that, ain't no insecurity about it. But as always, if y'all made it this far in the video, please like the video. More importantly, subscribe to the channel. It's not gonna cost you nothing to hit that subscribe button, but it'll mean a lot to me. Until next time, y'all be easy.